people get involved in your campaign. They say, you know what, I love this woman. I love what she's doing. She's fighting for us. This is John Villarreal reporting for Conservative New Media.
This was a real mistake. I believe he was doing it because he felt as though, even given the strong resistance to the 9/11 mosque, that it's going to get built. They just kind of wanted to bandwagon off of that. But this was a real tin-ear decision by Obama and his team, and it's, this is going to last for a long time. This is an issue that the Republicans can really dig into, and it kind of furthers the narrative that Obama's out of touch as his Department of Justice is on the immigration issue.
That's another one that he did. That's another one where he did, where they're basically almost, we're making it seem like the law is racist and none of them have read it. Eric Holder hadn't read it, Napolitano hadn't read it. I mean, there's another case like that. I mean, he continues to come out against the American people here. It's really, how do you do that? How do you do that in government, especially when your plans don't work, dude? I don't want to hear about, oh, it's just like Reagan's. No, this is like no one else, because your plans do not work, okay? That's the problem. Now, I always got people calling me because, JDV's in demand. Here's the deal that you need to focus on right here. This is what I think, and Paul, we can kick it around. You kind of alluded to it before. Hey, look, it's private property. They've gone through all the little, ordinances and zoning stuff, which I think that's, we need less regulation, not more regulation. People should be able to do whatever they want to do with the private property. They can build everything they want there. They want to build whatever. I don't care what they build there. That's their property. That's their right. That's the Constitution. Number one. Number two, we don't need to be anti any religion in this country, no matter, unless it's like hurting someone else or, or super, super, super extreme and doing crazy things, i.e. hurting other people. So whatever. Number three, I have complete sympathy for 9/11 victims, but at the same time, and all of New Yorkers are against it, and everyone's against it. At the same time, people need to stop being babies, okay? I've been called all kinds of things in my life. Spick, wetback, this and that, on and on and on. I mean, every time we have lots and lots of fans. Every time I come on the YouTube, oh, you're fat, you're bald, the whole 9 yards, like whatever. You're always going to get haters like that, right? And this is different. I'm a public figure, whatever. I get that. But all I'm trying to say is, none of it ever stops me or none of it ever offends me. I don't care if I have people protesting outside my house 24/7 that are racist or liberals or, anti-working out, whatever. It doesn't affect me, And whether a mosque is built there or not built there, that's not going to bring the towers back. That's not going to bring loved ones back and all that type of stuff. So people have to be able to move forward with that and not be so offended by everything. That's my personal opinion. That's step one. Step two is, look, because part of the thing about this, at the heart of terrorism is psychological warfare. It's terror. That's the same thing that, in my opinion, personal opinion, that some of these astroturfers, the Stalinsky methods try to impose on you. That is, they want to get a rise out of you. They want you frozen. They, like after 9/11, the little anthrax stuff, everyone was frozen. They didn't want to fly anywhere. They didn't want to open their mail, this and that, whatever. That's part of the gimmick. So you don't give in to that. Don't give in to them having power over you, whatever. They think if it's a mosque and it's a victory mosque, they think it's a victory mosque, whatever. Let them think. Doesn't matter. It only affects you if you let it affect you, and they only get the win if you let them get the win and get the better of you. That's what I'm saying. That's number one. Okay? So the Constitution has to come first. And we have to be above that kind of fray and don't let them get the best of us. However, number two is, if there is, if this mosque and this imam and the majority of American Muslims, whatever you want to say, at least these folks, because the majority of American Muslims don't control these folks. I don't know. If this imam and this mosque want to prove that they're moderate, and if, moderate Muslims in general, here in America and around the world, want to be more accepted and build bridges and have people, you know, not see them at least passively sympathizing with, you know, some of the more radical folks in that movement, then I think that, like Paul says, they need to show a little bit more sensitivity. I mean, look, the Pope pulled back, you know, some of the nuns because they were too close to Auschwitz over there. I believe that it was Auschwitz. I mean, it is, in some levels, like, what if the KKK set up shop right next to Martin Luther King's grave or something like that, and they had the private property to do it? Or conversely, I would defend to my death the neo-Nazis or the KKK, or you name the idiot group out there that wants to march in downtown Selma, Alabama, because they have a constitutional free speech, you know, right to do so. However, I personally would think and would say that they are idiots, number one, and wrong, and their message is completely, totally wrong. And number two, don't expect African Americans and other minorities in Selma, Alabama, or anywhere else, to like what you're doing, or get along with you, or think that you're trying to be cool to them, because you're basically saying, screw you. And with Obama making these kind of comments at an iftar dinner, where this is a white-hot situation, and many people in New York are so torn up about it still, he's basically saying, screw you, America. Because this wasn't just a slip. CeCe Conley of the Washington Post did some reporting on this, and she revealed it today on Fox News Sunday, that this was well thought out. This was planned. So Obama basically planned, in my personal opinion, to say